Hey hookers! Happy Halloween and welcome back to Inspired by a Smile. My name is Christy and today I'm going to show you how to make a Boob ghost. So if you have some yarn and a 4mm hook, let's get started. So I've got my hook and yarn. I'm going to do a chain of 4. And then join at the end and then do a chain, and then you're going to do 9 half double crochet into the circle, and this is going to be one of the boob eyes. I'm just going to show how to make the one, and then you can stop and make the second one. So while you're doing this, I would like to thank everyone for subscribing so far. I do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, do make sure that you do and turn on all notifications so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. There will definitely be more. I'm not sure how many more Halloween ones there will be. This one was a special request and I really couldn't resist because it's hilarious. So again, make sure you do 9 half double crochet into the circle and crochet over the little piece of yarn. And then you can pull it tight when you're done. There we go. Now I'm going to do 2 half double crochet into the circle, or into the beginning stitch, sorry. And then after that I'm going to put a stitch marker. I'm going to leave mine here. If you need to move yours up every row, go for it. If not, just leave it here and keep going. Now do 1 half double crochet in the next stitch and then 2 in the next one. So you'll repeat that all the way around. So you want to do 2, 1, and then 2 half double crochet all the way around until you get to the beginning. I'd also like to take a moment to thank my patrons so far. I really do appreciate all of you. If you haven't signed up to my Patreon yet, it's only $3 a month, and it does help pay for what I'm doing. I'm trying to always make more content for you guys, and also it's always great to have extra money being a family and a small business owner. So if you can send me $3 a month on Patreon, I am going to mail you out a free baby octopus. I've mailed out 2 already. It's been awesome. I do hope to mail out another one soon. You can find my link to Patreon on YouTube and on my Facebook page. So I'm just at the beginning of the row here. So you're going to do 1 half double crochet in each stitch all the way around, and you want to do that for 2 rows in total. So I'm just going to shut it off here and meet you back. Alright, so you should have 2 rows done here of half double crochet. So just skip a stitch over and do a slip stitch. Leave a long enough tail so you can sew it onto the ghost, and then turn it inside out. Awesome. Alright, so I'm just getting my dark pink for the nipple here. Trying to find the end. I have a mess here. There we go. So just do a chain of 4 again and join it at the end. And then you're going to do a chain and then do 5 half double crochet into the circle. So as long as you crochet over that little piece of yarn, pull it tight. Now this isn't actually how I joined it together. I ended up fixing it after. You could, I guess, join it like that, but that's not how I joined my other one, so I ended up fixing it. So basically you want to pop the nipple out like that first, and then go into the top of the stitch. I also forgot to pull that little piece of yarn under, so if you want to do that now, go for it. I ended up sewing it into the nipple when I was done. So into the top of the stitch, do a chain, and then you want to go in the bottom of the stitch so that you can make the areola. So you're going to do 2 half double crochet in the first bottom of the stitch, and then in the second one you want to do a half double crochet, and we're going to do that all the way around. So if you guys haven't already, make sure that you do go sign up to my giveaway if you're interested. There's a bunch of fun stuff in there. Some crochet materials to use, like hooks and everything. And then some stuff is just crochet items. But there's some fun stuff in there, and it's posted on my Facebook page, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and on YouTube. It's pinned at the top of my Facebook page and on Twitter, and then there's videos on TikTok, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and on YouTube. There's all videos, so you just have to comment on the videos. Awesome, almost at the beginning of the row. So I'm just going in the top of the stitch, and I'm going to do a slip stitch. And to avoid this issue, like I said, as long as you pulled it under right away, like when I mentioned it, you won't have to do this. Of course, the other one was flawless and just went together. without any issue. Awesome, almost done. If you guys haven't already, please make sure to also like my video or share it. Both those things help keep it bumped up in the algorithm. So does watching it, actually. So I appreciate it all. But if you would like to like it or anything, even leave a comment on it. You can do that anytime during the video. And it's really appreciated. So that is ready to sew on top, and you can just line up the nipple with the middle of the little circle on top of the boob. So right now I'm going to sew along the edge, and after that I am going to sew closer to the nipple, so just to make it more defined. You'll see when I get there. So just go along the edge of the areola. I've got one dry throat right now. And then just go in and out through the boob because it's not stuffed yet, so it makes it a lot easier. Just gotta fix this. It's just not cooperating. Also, if you do have any tutorial recommendations, please feel free to let me know. You can comment on my videos or message me somewhere if you want to follow me on any of my other social media platforms and you want to let me know there. That's cool. I don't mind taking requests. Like I said, this one was a special request and it was pretty easy and fun to whip up. It's exciting to take on a challenge as well, especially if it's something I didn't think of making. I was kind of almost thinking of making one of these, but then of course someone had to ask, so it added to the motivation. So we're almost at the beginning of the row. So now see, I'm just going to go along where I'm showing you with the needle, really close to the nipple, and then out along the edge so that it just makes it look a lot better. Just a couple more stitches and it's almost done. Awesome. So as long as you're happy with how yours is popping out, mine's looking good, and I'm at the beginning of the row, so I'm gonna turn it after showing you guys. See, here's the two of them together, looking great. You just can turn it inside out like this and just fasten off with the needle on the inside of the stitch, and then just snip. Alright, so I'm just going to show you how to make the tongue next. So you're going to do chain of 4. Join it at the end. Do a chain. And then do 5 half double crochets into the circle and crochet over the little piece of yarn, and then you can pull it tight when you're done. And if you haven't yet, go hit the subscribe button because you don't want to miss any videos that are coming up. And also make sure you turn on the notifications. They're different for phones and for the computer, but they're all there so that you know when I post more videos. They're very helpful. So just pull on that, and you don't want to close that off as a circle because we're going to make it into a tongue. So I'm actually just going to go into the top of the stitch on the chain here and fasten off just like that. Just do a slip stitch and then leave a long enough tail to sew it to the face. We're ready to start making the ghost here in a second. Awesome job. All right, so we're going to do a chain of 4 to start the ghost and join at the end. And then do a chain, and then you want to do 10 half double crochet into the circle and crochet over the little piece of yarn. Again, 10 half double crochet into the circle. And please, if you would like to adopt a baby octopus, please go over to my Patreon and sign up. For $3 a month, you can tip me as an artist, and you get a cute little baby octopus in the process. It's win-win. And like I said, it's linked on my YouTube channel, and it's also on my Facebook page. And please make sure to check out my giveaway because it's really awesome. And I cannot wait to see who wins. You have until the end of October to enter. So after the 10, go into the top of the beginning of the stitch and do 2 half double crochet in the same stitch. And then you can put your stitch marker. Again, I'm going to just leave mine there. If you need to move yours, go for it. And then you want to do 2 half double crochet in the same stitch all the way around. Want to make sure it's a decent enough size. So there will be 2 increase rows this time. So again, it's 2 half double crochet in the same stitch all the way around. If you guys haven't checked out my other tutorials already, make sure to go check out my other Halloween tutorials. You can probably see them in my playlist here. So if you would like to make them, go for it. This one would look really good with the, if you wanted to make the matching ghost penis, that would be great with this one. And he's pretty popular. He's like, I think he's got up to 400 views already for being a Halloween tutorial, and the amount of time I put it on, it's actually not too bad either, considering I think he's got more than my other ones, actually. He's really cute though too. He's got a costume on, so you can definitely leave him out all year. If you don't want to leave the ghost costume on him either, you can take that off. So after this row, you're going to do 2 in the same stitch at the beginning, and then 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. So 2, 1, and then 2 half double crochet all the way around. Awesome. So after this row, it'll be the last row actually of increasing. So then we're on to forming the rest of the body. I hope everyone's just as excited for Halloween as I am. I love Halloween. I like the decorations and everything and dressing up. Alright, almost at the beginning of this row. I'm just going to show a few stitches for this one, and then show you how to do the trim at the bottom. So for the next 15 rows, you want to do 1 half double crochet in each stitch. No more increasing. So 1 half double crochet each stitch, and you want to do 15 rows in total. So after this, you might want to pause it, but when you come back, I can show you. We're going to be doing the bottom next. So right now I'm going to skip a stitch and do a slip stitch and then a chain, and then you're going to turn it inside out before putting the bottom on. I had a moment with this, so had to make sure it was going in the right spot. So you're doing 4 triple crochet in the same stitch, and I'm going in the bottom of the stitch here, which I think I ended up taking out and going in the top of the stitch, but we'll see. This is the joys of doing voiceover. I'm pretty sure that's what I did though here. Alright, so instead of going in the bottom of the stitch like I was just about to, you want to go over a stitch and just go into the top there and do a triple crochet, and you want to do 4 in the same stitch. Awesome. Now you can go through both stitches here, or the whole stitch, and do a slip stitch, and then now you're going to go in the top of the stitch again over here and do the same thing, 4 triple crochet. And then you're going to repeat that all the way around, and it's going to be the bottom of the ghost to make it look nice and frilly and ghost-like. So you're going to keep going like that. You do the 4 triple crochet in the same stitch, and then go into the 2 stitches, or whole stitch I mean, and do a slip stitch, and that's what you're going to repeat all the way around until you get the beginning of the row, and then you can do a slip stitch and flip it over, because we're going to crochet the bottom on, so you actually don't want to, you want to just tie off your white for now so that you don't cut it, and then we're going to sew on the facial features. But this is what your ghost will look like after, with the little bottom. You can fix it like that. It looks really cute. Anyways, so we're going to go on to sewing on the facial features, and then we can move on to stuffing it and finishing up the body. So I'm going to grab my boob here. You just got to stuff it and sew it on. And again, if you haven't yet, please make sure that you liked the video, shared it, hit the subscribe button. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm all over the place. I'm on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, Patreon, and of course I'm on YouTube. I think I got them all. So I'm just gonna line up my, I just gotta fix the camera first actually. Then we're gonna line up the boob with the other one. Since you'll have to start with your first one, it's about, I would say, halfway down, as you can see. I wanted them to be about in the middle of the face, so I thought this was a good spot for them. So you can either use pins or just hold it in place like I'm going to do. Once you get a few stitches in, it's not so bad. And again, we can go right through into the body because there's no stuffing inside, so it makes it easier. And as long as you go in and out close enough together and sew nice and tight, you won't see any stuffing, and it'll look really good. Alright, so I'm just going to do a few more stitches here, and I'm actually just going to, just so you can kind of see, it's a little blurry for a sec. And then I'll continue off camera to finish the boob up. Again, as long as you keep it, if you don't have pins or don't want to use pins, just keep it steady. Hold it in place where you want it and just carefully sew along the edges. And I just keep tucking the stuffing in as I go so it's not showing either. And of course making sure the second boob is lining up enough with the first one. That's important. Just keep going, guys. Okay, exciting, we're almost done. So I'm just gonna show you these nice boobs here. Turn this inside out, and you just gotta fasten off on the inside here. So you just go on the inside of the stitch behind the boob, and you can just tuck in the yarn a couple times and snip away. Alright, so now I'm just going to quickly show you how to sew on a mouth and the tongue. Won't take too long here. So I'm just going to knot the end of my yarn 3 times. Now, I wasn't too sure exactly what kind of mouth I wanted at first, but it went with it and it ended up looking okay. So you just want to mainly, however you choose to put your mouth on, go starting from the inside and grab those boobs for support. Makes it a little easier. So you just kind of like sew it on. Just gonna go in and out through the face until it's long enough, and I'm going over slowly here. I ended up adding one more after that, so just go through with the needle. I didn't go over too far at a time just so it doesn't look awkward. There we go. And I ended up putting the little smirky part on there afterward. I didn't know if I wanted it on there, so that's why I did it last. So if you decide you want that on there, which you'll see what I mean by smirky part in a second, If you decide you want that on there, then just I would start with that part. But luckily you can't see anything. Just testing out my tongue for a second. So I'm just adding that part now. Again, if you want to put that, you can. I usually do that first, but I wasn't sure if I was even going to put that on there. So I'm just going on the inside of the stitch to fasten off, and as long as you go just on the inside, you won't see it on the outside of the ghost. So just go through a couple times so that you have a nice knot and it's secure. And now we're going to put the tongue on. Awesome. So just as long as you have that in place, again, you can use pins if you need to, but it's easy enough to just hold the tongue in place like this and shape it as you go. So it's not quite, there we go. You kind of see now. I'm just going along the edge of the tongue with my needle, just like everything else I've been sewing on. There we go. Close enough together. Awesome. So you can just sew on the inside behind the tongue, go in a couple times with the needle, and you can snip that. Alright, so now I'm just going to show you how to start the bottom here. We're almost done. First though, you can stuff it actually. Make sure you stuff enough into the top of the ghost's head and work it down. You don't have to overstuff though. If you overstuff, it's just not gonna look right. So get enough stuffing in there, and then it's also easier to crochet the bottom too if you don't overstuff. So I'm just going to untie that now. And get back to crocheting the bottom here. So I'm just going right into the, I'm going to go right into the bottom. Just got to turn it here. So you can go right underneath your triple crochet trim on the edge, basically. It's literally right on the bottom. And you want to do a half double crochet in each stitch around the edge. And you want to do this for 2 rows in total. So the second row, when you go to start it, you can either just keep crocheting in a continuous round and put a stitch marker, or you can, what I did, I just, when I went to go start the second row, I just literally went in the first stitch, did a slip stitch and did a chain, and then started my next row. You can do it either way. I'm just going to show you how to start the beginning of this row. And like I said, it's a half double crochet each stitch all the way around for 2 rows. And then there will be one more row after that, but it's a little different, so I'll explain how to do that in a second, but right now I'll show just a few stitches. Again, you're right on the bottom underneath your triple crochets on the edge of the ghost, and do 2 rows total, just like this. And you can add more stuffing after if you need to. Don't overstuff before finishing. All right, awesome. So I'm just going to go into that beginning stitch like I did the other one and do a slip stitch and then a chain. So I'm actually going to skip every second stitch. But do a half double crochet in every other stitch. It'll help tighten it up a little bit before you sew it. So again, I'm just going to do, I'm skipping a stitch and then doing a half double crochet in every second stitch. We're almost done. I'm so excited to get this on there. I was definitely not planning on doing another Halloween tutorial, but like I said, I couldn't resist, so. That being said too, and I will take tutorial requests. I still have another one actually that I'll be posting in the near future. Someone asked for a top that they wanted me to make, so that will be posted on here eventually too, along with my mushroom top that I'm working on right now. That one's really cute and I think everyone's going to like it. So again, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel with all notifications on so that you don't miss any of these upcoming videos. You can also find my videos on Facebook. I should also remember to mention this. If you're on Facebook more often and you think it's easier for you, I have all of my tutorials linked in a album with pictures to them, all at the top of my Facebook page, Inspired by a Smile. They're pinned in a album so that everybody can just go in there. You click the picture that you want to do and the links are there. Even if it's, especially if it's a 2 or 3 part tutorial, it makes it a little easier. You can just go in and find them, but I do have most of my tutorials in playlists on my channel as it is, so it helps too if you are just looking to, if you're not on Facebook. It's still pretty easy to find all of my stuff. And I really appreciate everybody who's watched my videos so far and gotten me where I am. I do appreciate it. Alright, so I just did a slip stitch in the beginning stitch, and I'm just left a long enough tail to sew this up. We're almost done. So I'm just gonna go weave my needle through like that so you can cinch it closed. Awesome. Just a few more stitches and that hole will be closed. Just make sure that you do have enough stuffing in there too. Again, if you would also like to check out my Patreon, please do. It is only $3 a month, and I'd really appreciate it. And like I said, I will send you out a little new friend in the mail. I can see you as soon as you sign up, so I can message you for your address right on Patreon. And do make sure to check out my giveaway on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and on YouTube. So the hole is all nice and sewn up. Oh, and also don't forget to check out my other Halloween tutorials if you need to make more. There is definitely more. So I'm just going to hide the yarn underneath. So just go through the bottom like that. And then I'm going to go over a stitch and do the exact same thing. You can go through the middle or close to it, wherever your needle goes. Awesome. So we're all done. That'll be hidden inside. And we've got another ghost on my channel. Awesome. Good job, guys. Yay!